Welcome. I'm Bob Laliberte, Principal Analyst at the Enterprise Strategy Group. And today I'm joined by Jason Dover, Vice President of Product Strategy at Progress Software. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Good to see you today.
We want to welcome everyone joining us as we begin discussing how to choose a network observability platform to enable your organization to successfully manage your network in these highly distributed environments. What we've seen is really a steady evolution as organizations are digitally transforming and becoming more agile. And Enterprise Strategy Group research validates this transformation with organizations stating they're distributing applications to multiple public clouds in a meaningful way. Edge computing has become a top 10 investment priority for them. But despite all the attention and use of cloud or edge, the reality is the majority of applications are still in private data centers today. So as a result of this distributed environment, Jason, the network's really now more important to the business than ever to deliver secure connectivity. Are you seeing the same thing? Are you seeing the same type of transformation occurring as well?
I'd certainly agree with that statement, and we are seeing much of the same thing. You even hear about this whole concept of data repatriation, where there's some customers who maybe have spun out into public cloud. They're now bringing some of their workloads, some of their assets back into private ecosystems. And they're not totally saying goodbye to public cloud. They've just realized it may not be the answer for everything. You combine that then with the increase in work from home, the idea that networks almost kind of no longer have a fixed boundary. So all of this makes it even more challenging and more important that you've got a strong set of control, a strong set of visibility of what's actually going on in this much more complex ecosystem than what we've seen maybe in the past decade.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. And the real key to that, right? You can't afford to have any blind spots in that distributed environment. Another thing that I see that's really interesting is that these new environments really are mandating that organizations shift and the operations team shift from network monitoring to network observability. You're collecting every piece of information, and organizations have to be able to detect those, I guess, quote unquote, unknown problems that are created, especially in these modern cloud native application environments, and create basically this ephemeral environment that spins up services in just a couple of seconds. So I'm wondering how this change, how does that change how operations teams are managing the environment, and what should they be looking to capture to better manage the environment?
I always find this topic interesting, and we see this in IT all the time where what's old is new again. And so today, observability is new. But the interesting thing is that it was actually coined back, I believe, in the 1960s, a guy named Rudolph Emil Kalman. And it's become the du jour again because of this complexity that we have within environments. And so the holy grail, or the kind of triad that is spoken about, is the idea of capturing metrics, capturing traces, and capturing logs, getting that from the network, getting that from the configuration of the state of your ecosystem. What's starting to be seen, though, is that there are sometimes metrics and insights that even go beyond metrics and logs and traces, such as continuous profiling. So there's quite a lot of levers that need to be explored to have a true understanding of the state of today's networks.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And the problem, I think, with a lot of the legacy tools is the fact that there are tools that collect each type of that data. The problem is they're disparate. So you've got to do a lot of manual correlation to figure out what's going on between them. Operational efficiency is really important in these days. I think it's one of our top goals of digital transformation efforts by the IT groups. So as organizations are thinking about managing these more complex environments and collecting all this data, right, they really need to start thinking about taking, I guess, really more of a platform approach.
I'd agree. We certainly see our customers talk about this. I think some struggle with the transition. I'd actually like to put the question to you. What do you think are the characteristics of a true platform approach when it comes to this space?
Some of the key characteristics organizations should have is end-to-end support of that full network environment, heterogeneous vendor support. They need to be able to collect the metrics, events, logs, and traces, as you mentioned. Need to have application level insights. Need to be able to have enhanced security posture. Needs to be centralized management, AIML and some form of intelligence, and the ability to integrate with other applications.
Yeah, I can agree with you more, especially on the points around security. security has to be intrinsically embedded and weaved into core processes that go into our day-to-day, day-to operations of our ecosystems. Security needs a seat at the table, and it needs to embed in the processes around operations as well.
Yeah. So Jason, clearly you're out there every day with customers, working with them. They're in the process of shifting to a platform approach. I'm wondering if you can share an example of an organization that's made this transition, and what does that look like?
Sure. We've got a customer in Switzerland called Coop. They're one of the largest retailers with over 1,300 locations. They're leveraging products that we provide as Progress, but in combination with other products. The challenge there, of course, is that you have to go to these different systems to then manually bring things together. The interesting thing that they did is that they have built a single unified dashboard that, leveraging the APIs that we provide and some of our partners provide, to start to bring data and insights together in a single place, making it easy for the network operators to very quickly get to where is a problem that I need to spend more time versus which sites and parts of the environment do I not need to worry about because everything's a-okay. And I think that's just representing the direction that things are going. People are looking for a level of consolidation, consolidate the insights that I need in one place, and then provide some contextualization around it as well. And this is just one example of directionally what our customers and partners are looking for us to provide for them.
So to learn more about this topic and how Progress Software is enabling organizations to take advantage of a network observability platform, please click on the link below.